hoverboards exploded. Self-balancing scooters, commonly referred to as hoverboards, were one of the most talked about tech products this year, but for almost all the wrong reasons. After gaining a lot of attention for their red carpet and music video appearances, as well as their popularity with kids and teens, these handlebar-less Segways made news for catching fire and exploding. Safety concerns caused airlines to ban them on flights. Amazon and Overstock removed them from digital shelves. Major cities declared them illegal, and a federal agency says it's working non-stop to figure out what's causing them to burst into flames. Hackers had their way with us. There were so many hacks this year, we couldn't fit them all here. Two of the worst happened to Ashley Madison and Adult Friend Finder, websites that promised intimate relationships. Hackers also stole sensitive information on about 21.5 million government employees in July. They stole money through the Starbucks app, hacked a giant database of kids' photos and chat logs, and learned to take over phones with a simple text or photo message. After researchers discovered that certain Chrysler vehicles could be hacked, the company had to recall 1.4 million cars. Oh, and Lenovo admitted to shipping laptops with adware installed on them. Volkswagen used software to cheat emissions tests. Volkswagen was in crisis mode for most of the year after the company admitted to building vehicles with software that could cheat emissions tests. The program was installed in as many as 11 million diesel vehicles around the world. The company said it would recall nearly 500,000 cars in the United States, and about 8.5 million in Europe. The German auto manufacturer also acknowledged that some of its cars used outdated encryption, making it easier for people to steal vehicles. Google Maps directed racist search queries to the White House. Google Maps pointed people to the White House if they searched for variations of the N-word with the word house. Google blamed the problem on its search ranking system, and apologized for the screw-up after rolling out a fix. Flickr labeled photos with racist and offensive tags. Many tech companies have been working on automated image recognition software to help people search and find photos more easily. But there are clearly still some kinks to be worked out. When Flickr introduced a new auto-tagging feature this year, certain photos of people were labeled ape and animal. Some pictures of concentration camps were identified as sport and jungle gym. The photo hosting and sharing site is owned by Yahoo, Tech30, and has since fixed the issues. Apple recalled Beats speakers that could catch fire. Apple recalled 223,000 Beats Pill XL speakers that use batteries which could overheat and catch fire. Also in 2015, Apple issued a replacement program for the iSight camera on certain iPhone 6 Plus devices and 3TB hard drives in 27-inch iMac computers. Reddit accused of censorship. Reddit removed several subreddits focused on hate speech and bullying this year. "We're banning behavior, not ideas," former CEO Ellen Pao explained at the time. But Reddit users accused the platform of censorship, and called for Pao to resign, which she did. New CEO Steve Huffman defended his predecessor, but also said he would reconsider certain policies. Google Maps was vandalized by pranksters. Someone within the mapmaker community put an illustration of an Android robot peeing on an Apple logo in a rural area of Pakistan. The image was discovered in April, and Google had to suspend its public mapmaker tool temporarily. Startups went public on shaky legs. Investors have been signaling warning signs that private companies are overvalued. Upfront Ventures investors Mark Suster wrote in October, "Either we've discovered magical beans and elixir, or perhaps we've gotten ahead of ourselves on valuation." Square, Etsy, Box and Fitbit all went public this year, but their stock prices have struggled. They may have been overvalued as private companies. There are more than 140 privately held companies valued at $1 billion or more, but many of these companies, dubbed unicorns, are unprofitable and focus on a growth at all costs mentality that may not weather market turmoil. Daily deals sites fell out of favor. Amazon closed its local daily deals site and mobile app, Amazon Local. The company also closed its travel business, Amazon Destinations, after less than a year. Groupon said it plans to lay off 1,100 people over the next year. And Living Social announced 200 job cuts, or about 20% of its workforce. Microsoft laid off thousands. Microsoft made heavy cuts to its staff this year as it continued to unwind its acquisition of Nokia. The company said it would lay off up to 7,800 people globally, mostly within its smartphone hardware business. But Microsoft wasn't the only tech company to reduce headcount. Qualcomm, Twitter, and Rovio made significant cuts too. Worky filed for bankruptcy. Worky, an online platform designed to help people build and sell their inventions, filed for bankruptcy in September. The 3-year-old company faced several problems, including making massively popular products and finding distributors. Facebook caught heat for its real name policy. Facebook has been going through multiple iterations of its real name or authentic identity policy, trying to balance security and safety. Activists for drag queens, people who are transgender, and domestic violence victims say the way Facebook asks for identification is discriminatory. The groups protested Facebook this year and confronted company executives. Twitter had a tough year, in general. People still don't know why they should use Twitter or how to use it, the company's CEO Jack Dorsey admitted this year. The number of users still didn't grow rapidly enough. People who do use the platform hated some of the changes, including the transition from favorites to likes, and a new feature called Moments. Then there was the dragged-out replacement of Dick Costolo, who stepped down as CEO in July, the 8% staff layoffs, leaked earnings report, and 33% decline in stock price.